All right, so the 2026 Royal Rumble took place this weekend in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. It was a pretty decent show. Pretty decent show. Wasn't as bad as I think a lot of people thought it was going to be. And we got the two Royal Rumbles. I won't really speak on the Women's Royal Rumble because I really don't have any opinions on that. I have way more opinions with the Men's Royal Rumble. Specifically, two things. The first one is a petty thing on my end. That would be Jay Uso running it back mid match. Listen, the whole running it back thing, it clearly pops the crowd. People clearly really, really like it. It doesn't seem to be an issue. My issue with it is that I have to suspend my disbelief every time he does it mid match because in this instance, he was on top of the turnbuckle, no defenses, nothing, and just started yeeting. And there's like four people in the ring who were in the process of trying to eliminate people. I think Cody Rhodes was in the process of trying to eliminate someone, and they none of them thought, hey, let me just push Jay Uso off the turnbuckle and eliminate him. They just let him yeet, even though you couldn't miss what he was doing because it was really loud. Like the entire arena erupted when he started yeeting, and it's my only issue with the running it back concept. It's not, in order for it to work. First of all, he has to be really well coordinated with the people backstage. So I guess the idea here, if you're following the WWE fiction, uh, the people running the show are like, yeah, sure, he wants to run it back, let him run it back. But also the fact that no one tried to eliminate him while he was defenseless on top of that turnbuckle, incorporate it in a match, like in a dramatic fashion, even if it's like a gag thing, like really well, I won't mind. My only issue is really like how it's been incorporated. It literally stops the match just to start eating. Problem number two, and I think this one is a much more pressing issue because I think it best exemplifies the problems with Paul Levesque as a booker from WrestleMania 2025 until now, which is Royce Key's debut. A bunch of people were predicting that this debut was going to be at the Royal Rumble. And everyone who mentioned that was like, that's a bad idea. I think they have a Chicago show soon. They should have just debuted Royce Keys at the Chicago show. Not everyone needs to be debuted in the Royal Rumble, especially when you're doing the Royal Rumble in Saudi Arabia. The problem with the Saudi crowd, right? It isn't that they don't want to engage with what's going on. The issue with them is that a lot of the shit that they pop for is shit that they saw on TV for a long time, or things that they see and stuff that they feel like they're being left out on. That's the stuff that they pop for. It's why they popped for Nikki Bella. It's because it's like, yeah, like they used to, like a bunch of those people used to watch Nikki Bella during the Bella Twins time in WWE. But yeah, like the it's a real problem with Levesque because this is him. This is how he's been booking since WrestleMania of 2025. He books in a way in which on paper it makes sense, but he doesn't really consider what's going on around him. But the Royce Keys thing is even worse for me because it's like anyone with sense could have told Levesque, hey, I don't think these people will know who this is. I mean, they barely pop for the people in WWE currently. Why would they pop for someone from AEW? Someone who was not even on the top of the card. That's the crazy thing about this. Someone wasn't even at the top of the card. Powerhouse Hobbs was a mid carder. Like he wasn't a top guy. And in any case, What Levesque usually does is he teases people that aren't really well known, but are a big signing or a big deal in his eyes. He'll tease them for a little bit. He could have just teased Powerhouse Hobbs. He could have run a video package ad. Could have ran a video package teasing Royce Key's arrival at the Royal Rumble show in between everything. A short um, video package teasing his arrival, and then you can play bits and pieces of a tease until he shows up. There's no reason. He played no narrative role in the Royal Rumble this year. It wasn't exactly a great showcase either. Like you know what I mean? Like it wasn't the best showcase for him. It was not a great debut for him. It just makes uh, it just makes Levesque look like an idiot. I know this dude is not an idiot. Like we all know he's not an idiot, but it feels like he's on autopilot. It has felt like he's on autopilot for almost a year now, where on paper the ideas make sense, but upon execution, it's like, no, no, don't do that. Don't do that. That's a bad idea.